Hello, good morning and welcome. This is forexforsteadyprofits.com. We use the Commitment of Traders report and the RSI to time our entry into the markets. And I'll show you the Commitment of Traders report and show how we use it on the charts. Okay, I'll just take you there now. Okay, this is the Commitment of Traders report in a graph form. So as we can see the history and the positions of the commercials here in red and the speculators in green. And what we're looking for is the commercials to take an opposite position to the speculators in an extreme position. As you can see from the past, whenever this has happened, you've had a sell-off. And what I use then is the RSI to time my positions in. We've had this really large divergence here, and I can go back years, and it's sort of like an extreme position. So I'm expecting to see a very big sell-off, but we use the RSI just to time the position in. Okay, so this is the Australian dollar US dollar chart for the same period, and we were looking for the Australian dollar to short against the US dollar, and from the from the RSI chart we put a trend line up, and when we got a break, we actually went short, and we got this nice move down here. The RSI came down, it sort of went up again, and we got another high there which got broken, and we got this very big move down, and then we had another move back up, and we got a sell signal here which gave us another move back down. On the members center, I do a divergence chart. I've got a divergence calculator which I use on the crosses, and the crosses give us a slightly better result, I believe. But anyway, that's the way I use the CFTC and the RSI combined to give me my entry positions. And we'll be looking at that over the coming week. Welcome. It's the 1st of December, new month, and it's just after 10 o'clock. A bit late today. We'll start as ever with the AUD USD. I saw a little bit of a pullback yesterday. You know, I thought it was going to bounce up to about the 77 mark. I'm not too happy with it right where it is. If it breaks down, I will add to my shorts, but I don't want to add right where it is. I'm looking for, because I got quite a lot of trades on, I'm looking for a really good opportunity. So pound USD, we saw a sharp rise over the last few days of the pound. I took a trade yesterday which was the pound against the Canadian dollar. I'd been trading it for about 2 months. I got a nice trade onto that. It brought my total for the month up to just over 12%. That was for December. I was hoping to leave it on for December, start me off nice, but the temptation was too much. So we've got the pound against the US dollar. This has gone up really nicely. It should be a really nice sell from where it is. I have got one trade in, and I'm going to be selling that back down through. So when it goes below, I'll be adding to my shorts. USD Canadian dollar, I've had this trade on for quite a while. It's quite a cheap swap on this. So we have a commercial short ratio of 2.82 to 1. We've made a nice move up from the bottom. We've been in the doldrums for the last month or so with this pair. I think there's a lot more upside to come. We're well below the 69 and pointing down a bit at the moment. We'll see how that goes later on. We've got the Commitment of Traders tonight, which I'll be doing on Sunday because I've got a funeral tomorrow. So, you know, hey ho. Euro US dollar. Saw a little bit of strength yesterday in the euro, and a bit of weakness in the Japanese yen, so that pairing particularly didn't fare too well. This is falling off now, I have enough trades on this pair at the moment. Um, we've got a commercial short ratio of 1.67 to 1, which it's not the biggest in the world, but if you look at the percentage change over a 12-month period, it's got about a 90 or 80% percentage change. So it is quite a strong short as far as I'm concerned. We are below the 69.1 and I am looking for this to break down. So we'll see what happens. And here you have the US dollar, Japanese yen. As you see, a lot of weakness yesterday in the yen. So we've this pair's come up to the 20-day moving average. I see it as a fairly decent sell from here, but we'll see what happens. I got knocked out my trades on this at a profit, may I add. So we'll see how that goes. Might just put another trade in later on today. Depends how we bounce off this 50 on the RSI. USD, Swiss franc. Very pleased to say the Swiss franc has started to have a little bit more or strength in it, or a little bit of weakness in the dollar. We've got a commercials long ratio of 7.71 to 1. That was back up here, I think, and it has moved down quite nicely. So, you know, you've got to expect a little bit of a pullback, but it does look like we're continuing down, and there's going to be more strength to follow through in the Swiss franc. We're a bit flat and below the 50 on the RSI. We've got a little bit of resistance just above us. So this does look quite a nice short position here. As I say, the last few days, over the last 3 months, I think the crosses have been a better position to trade. USD New Zealand dollar, or New Zealand dollar USD even. We've just got a little bit of bouncing about at the moment. I'm not expecting a big move from this. I'm going to be looking at the commitment to traders obviously tonight, but I'm basically out of it. If the commercials go heavily long, I might take a long position on a cross. So we'll see how that goes, but do prefer the crosses, especially on that. Yeah. Silver. I've got knocked out of my second trade at a profit. It's doing quite nicely. It's fallen over the last 3 days. I'm looking for more weakness. We're obviously looking for confirmation of the commitment to traders. We'll see how that goes tonight, but hopefully this is going to be a nice trade to the downside for me. Okay, well, that's it for today. I do like the likes. If you can just click the little button, love it. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. Cheers now.